Welcome back everyone, you're watching All the Beer No Idea. My name's Barry, as all you subscribers will know, and probably most of the other people, but anyone new, there you go, you know what you're watching, you know what you're seeing. So yeah, a bit of a different one tonight. It's probably going to drag on a little bit longer. I'll try not to drag it on too long. If I'm totally honest, I've had one or two, I've done a review already, and I've had a few ciders, so I've got to admit it's Thursday, I'm feeling tired, feeling a little bit warm and sweaty and flustered. So yeah, so like I said, I've had a few. So and the review I'll be doing next will probably be a good idea to get it done rather quick. Basically, the review coming up is more of a comparison video of three Weiss beers, wheat beers, whatever you want to call them. All very sort of different, really. I've got Paulaner, however you want to say it. Their Weiss beer. This is generally, even where I live, this is in M&S, and this is 5.5%. I would say, if you ignore a Weihenstephaner or Weihenstephaner, probably regarded as the most accessible and best wheat beer you can get in the supermarket. Like I said, again, apart if you take out Weihenstephaner. The other beer I've got is from a local brewery near me. These are from North Wales, and they do a heffeweizen. I have had this before. It's quite good. And yeah, so it's a local beer. So far we've got one of the very highly rated supermarket beers, along with a local produced British or Welsh Hefeweizen. And the next one is, if I point in the background, that thing there, the Perfect Draft, has got Franziskaner in. So I'm then going to do a Franziskaner draft review, if you like. Well, comparison with all these as well. I wouldn't say and then, it'll all be together, but that is available pretty much everywhere in supermarkets. So it'll be interesting. I would say that's kind of your bog standard sort of wheat beer, along with Hoegaarden, but slightly different for me. And then you've got almost the upmarket wheat beer that you can pick up in the supermarket, and then a local wheat beer. So I thought it'd be interesting, since probably about the day after my birthday when I got one of these for it, that I would actually do a three-way comparison. So any minute now, what I'll do is I'll go and pour. I won't show you a pour of the Franziskaner, if you like, and then I'll pour these other two, and then we'll take it all from there. So just bear with me for 2 minutes, well 30 seconds, and I'll be back, and then we'll carry on. So see you in a tick. So I'm back. There we go, in the one glass. I'm using all the same glasses. So this is the Franziskaner from the Perfect Draft, 5%. Comes in at the keg is £30.50. There's a £5 deposit on that £30.50 you've spent, plus you can get discounts and that. So at the most expensive, it's 25 quid for a 6 litre keg of it. Next up, I'll open the Paulaner. I have had this before but not reviewed it. I've reviewed the other two. So we'll get this out of a bottle, get it into the glass, see what we get with that one. Better make sure I don't get these lot fucking mixed up when I, excuse my French. Wow. And there you are. So there's your Franziskaner that's been sitting there for a bit. There's your Paulaner. Put the bottle behind it. You will see me in the video, although it's probably best that you don't, isn't it? So here we go with the Geipel, locally produced Heffeweizen. I know this is unfiltered, so I'd like to give this a little bit of a swirl and maybe try and get a little bit more out, because these glasses don't hold the full bottle in one go. So I would like to get. So there we go. There we go. Right, can we get there? I'll move that one to one side, the Geipel. Franziskaner's there, and the Paulaner here. Well, first impressions. Franziskaner, copper orange sort of colour, not a little bit darker, I would say, or it looks like it there, than the Paulaner or Paulaner. Paulaner has kept the head, big frothy head on there. This one has gone down a little bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing, yeah, there's quite a bit of carbonation coming up in the glass. It's hazy. There's not much difference between them two. This one, wow. Again, in the camera, there's not much difference, in all honesty, between all three. But from where I'm looking, this is maybe the Geipel heffeweizen is maybe a little bit lighter. The Franziskaner head is going down. This seems to just be getting bigger. This hasn't got any bigger, but there's a lot of sediment going round and there is a huge amount of carbonation. This has probably got more carbonation than the other two, from what I can see. From what I can see. So we'll go and get an aroma on all these now. They're all looking as good as each other, really, to be honest. Probably Paulaner, Franziskaner, evens. Maybe the Geipel just a little bit less. So should we say 10, 10, 9? If I'm going to try and score these things. So we'll get in on the nose now, see what we get. Lovely banana. Coriander, clovey sort of smell. Got bloody little gnats around here now. That's it, and the nose in there as usual. Banana, clovey, coriander, quite light on the nose, not too thingy. Gonna have fun with this one now, aren't we? I may have to dive in, sorry. With the nose as well, I'm afraid. Right, so let's give this a bit of a swirl. Yeah, for me, on the nose, this seems to have a bit of a thicker, denser smell, if that makes any sense. Not so... Yeah, on the aroma, they're pretty much the same, but this seems to be that little bit more... A bit denser on the aroma. Excuse me, I think the head's overrun a little bit there. So yeah, almost a watered down aroma, if you like, if you get what I'm saying. And that just seems a bit more bolder. So see what I can get from the Geipel now, which is the locally produced one. The Paulaner, by the way, that was, you can pick them up 3 for a £5, or they're normally about £2.50 from M&S. This was from a local bottle shop, which was £3.60. But no doubt you could pick it up from the brewery a bit cheaper. So, like I say, let's dive in. Let's take a little bit out of this one, actually. Yeah, not really picking an awful lot up there. Certainly, and I've reviewed this, and this doesn't smell as good now as it did when I reviewed it. But maybe a bit more will come out in the bottle. You're sort of getting the coriander notes, if you like, wheat beer sort of notes. But the smell's quite poor, in all honesty, which is a bit disappointing, because that's only the second sort of one I've had. So, looks wise, Franziskaner, Paulaner, just take it over the Geipel. First place on the nose, I would say, is the Paulaner. Excuse me. Franziskaner from the Perfect Draft in second. And a long way behind on the nose for me is the Geipel. But again, I would like to get all the beer out maybe before we start properly tasting and that. So maybe I'll go for that now. I don't think Paulaner is bottle conditioned or anything. This is definitely unfiltered. I know that for a fact, so I will try and give this one a fair show. Way up, Baz. I might take a bit more out of that yet. Right, there we go. That's all out of that one, so I'm giving that one the best possible chance. So obviously I've had some of the tastes already, but we'll dive in now on the Franziskaner. Just bear with me 2 seconds, because I do like diving in with a bit of a head on the beer. So I've just topped that up. So let's dive in for the taste, see what we get from all of them. So like I said, equal on looks, second place on the smell. See what we get on the taste. A little bit muted. I got to admit, I've had a Chinese for tea and I've had a few ciders, so I'm guessing that maybe it's affected my taste buds and everything. Not getting a huge amount of banana from there. Getting the sort of coriander kind of wheat beer taste. I've probably picked the wrong day to do this, haven't I? It's probably going to be a shocking review, actually. Clean and easy to drink. Refreshing. Certainly not picking up the banana. Funny enough, I just burped then and got a little bit of a banana sort of taste in the burp. Yeah, holding it in your mouth a bit. It's almost a bit banana milkshake kind of thing going on. The coriander kind of thing to it. For argument's sake today, I'm going to put it down to my taste bud maybe, but that's nice enough. That's tasty. Excuse me. Next up, we'll go for the Paulaner. Paulaner. Yeah. Even with my taste buds, as they may be, a much smoother drink. I haven't topped that up at all, and the head is retaining on that really well, really well. And I mean, I reckon if I have some more of this, it will taste even better. A much nicer mouthfeel. The Franziskaner seemed a little bit thin, a little bit watery, dare I say it. Paulaner, much nicer mouthfeel, smoother to drink. I still wouldn't say I'm picking up loads of flavour though. So I think on the flavour wise, excuse me, look at my t-shirt, look at that. I feel like I've just gone around 10 rounds with bloody Mike Tyson, stretched and everything. I'm going to put the taste down to me, because even, again, I'm maybe getting a little bit more banana than the Franziskaner. And the sort of coriander sort of taste. But yeah, personally, certainly on this tasting today, Paulaner is ahead of the Franziskaner. And next up, poor old Geipel's Hefeweizen is going in last. So let's see what we got in the taste there. Yeah, today that thin on body, a little bit watery if I'm totally honest, seems it. Now I've tried to give this one the best build up I can, because I don't want to slate all these local breweries and that, you know. I think it's great that they're trying to do sort of German stuff. There's almost orange lemon tang in there, but no sort of banana kind of thing I'm picking up. Excuse me. 3 beers I'm drinking here. There's going to be a lot of gas going on, I'm afraid. So yeah, a little bit thin and lacking. So yeah, I mean, there's your comparison really. Excuse me, just open that a bit. Get some light in it. It's gone a little bit dark. So like I said, I've reviewed the Franziskaner from the PD before. I've reviewed the Geipel Hefeweizen. Had this but never reviewed it. So it's quite interesting really. I think whatever I've had for tea has certainly affected the sort of tastes and the smells, and probably all the cider I've had beforehand as well. But final conclusion is, for me, on tonight, the Paulaner, whatever you want to call it, from Marks and Spencer's at £2.20 wins it for me. I mean, look at the head. That's out of a bottle, and that's still got a better head than all 3 of them. Granted, I poured the rest in later than all these, but that's the one that wins it for me on tonight. The Franziskaner is generally great. I'll be honest, it has been sitting in the perfect draft now for 12 days, and this is only the 2nd pint I've had out of it. So maybe if it had a bit of a chug it around a bit and what have you, we'd get a bit more flavour out of it. But again, wins it, 2nd place, and unfortunately for me, and I don't like doing this, is the Geipel Hefeweizen. Again, I've reviewed this before, and this was much better when I had the last bottle. So I don't know really. I mean, I can only say that clearly Paulaner is the best Weiss beer out of these 3. Franziskaner been sitting for a bit. Could it be a little bit better? Maybe, I don't know. It's very hard. You know, if I'm totally honest, I've had both of these on holiday in Crete, and I actually found this one nicer than that generally. But the Geipel, the last bottle I had, I felt I was a little bit harsh on it. Yes, it was a little bit thin, but I was getting an awful lot of banana sort of aromas and clovey and coriander kind of thing in there. I wasn't really picking that up today, and I'm not even picking sort of like the banana up in the taste. So I don't know whether it's me, I'll move that, or whether it's just a bad batch that they've brewed. I don't know. But yes, I'm waffling on now. So basically, the results of tonight: Paulaner, however you want to say it. Number 1, £2.20 or 3 for a fiver from Marks and Spencer's. The Franziskaner on the perfect draft, £30. We'll just round it down to £30, shall we? For 6 litre keg. Granted, you can pick it up for about £1.80 in the supermarkets, or 3 for a fiver. And in 3rd place is a Welsh brewed Hefeweizen that actually cost me £3.60 for a 500ml bottle. from a local bottle shops, and no doubt you'll get it cheaper from the brewery. So I'm not, you know, ignore the price maybe to a certain extent, but that was in third place. Again, another night you might see different opinions, different views from me, but that's it. That's where they all stand. So apologies for waffling on. Hopefully you found this quite interesting as a bit of a comparison thing. Very hard for an English or a Welsh brewery to live up to two German giants, to be honest. So thanks for watching, everyone. Apologies for the stretch shirt. I'm obviously putting on too much weight, and I don't iron me clothes. And hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again on another beer review very soon. Oh, by the way, just like, share, subscribe, do all that usual rubbish. Thanks for watching. Enjoy what you're drinking. I'm going to get through these, probably end up going to sleep, and that's it. So thanks everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.